Ask for the truth on behalf of Frankie and Rhone concerning relationship issues. Concerning the relationship she's in right now. What's all this about? Why is it in question? What's vibrating here? I ask this in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. We just cut the deck here for you there, Frankie, and we'll just move the cards to the side. I'll deal out 3 cards, the recent past influence, the present influence, and of course finally the immediate future influence. The recent past and the immediate future are about a moon phase apart, in the sense, for the first one here, the recent past influence is about a moon phase behind, but between now and this time last month. What's been going on there? I suppose you could say, let's establish the situation. Over the past few weeks, you got from the Treasury there, you got the energy of the shield. Just indicating that you were safe from harm, whatever was going on. You were safe, regardless of, I suppose, the sense of fear or the sense of feeling of uncertainty. The relationship, because the question's about a relationship, of course, the one that you're in, then naturally it indicates that the relationship itself was safe from harm. There was nothing threatening it in any way, shape or form. Let's see though what's happening now. This is, I suppose the most important energy of all, isn't it, really, because we've got to deal with what's happening now. Just indicates the energy of the seer. She's a member of the royal court, and she just vibrates your present, just really saying that use your intuition. If it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, waddles like a duck, walks like a duck, flaps its wing like a duck, it's probably a duck. So whatever you think is going on in this relationship, sometimes you have to follow your own instinct, your own heart, and you can have as many readings or as much advice even off others who've been there, done it and got the t-shirt, but sometimes you've got to go there and get your own t-shirt, haven't you, really? And going by how you feel, if you feel uneasy about it, say so and do what you have to do. If you feel okay about it, then it's probably okay. But what's about what's around the corner? What's about as we about turn around the corner? What's going there, moving forward? The energy of the spider, just indicating that a meticulous approach is needed here. Crossing the I's, dotting the T's, being patient. Nevertheless, patience is a virtue. Being patient, but I suppose what you create for yourself. In a way, you make your own future. God helps those who help themselves to some degree. In this case, of course, spider spirit represents creativity, doesn't she? Spinning the web, of course. Maybe each time you have to spin, you've got to create your own future and spin the web for your own future to catch or to trap whatever you want to catch, trap, whatever it is, whatever you want from this to catch it. You've got to get out and do it. And attention to detail, nevertheless, the meticulous side of this. Attention to detail, make sure every thread is woven properly, and then you got a perfect net that you can catch things in. And of course, when you prepare, as the spider represents, I suppose, preparation through that, crossing the I's, dotting the T's. It's crossing the T's and dotting the I's, actually. But we said that before, didn't we? But bearing that fact in mind, you can tell I'm not doing it very well, can't you? Let's hope you do a bit better between now and this time next month, though, Frankie, and let's just hope that you can, nevertheless, there's such a darkness, as you can see that darkness there, can't you? that's nevertheless round the corner. But of course if the net, of course the gaps between the holes in the net will catch certain things and let other things through, won't they? So it depends. Why am I sort of getting this sense, this saying about you cut your cloth, or you cut your yarn, or whatever it is? It's that saying, you cut your cloth according to whatever. I forget the saying. I heard it once before. Somebody I know said that to me before some time ago. You cut your yarn according, you cut your cloth according to what you can. I don't know what it is, but it's that sort of thing where. But you're the one who's got to do it, and you've got to spin the yarn to some degree. And of course, by spinning your own yarn in that sense, and preparing things yourself, and having a lot to do with the relationship in the sense of and making a lot of decisions for it and about it, of course, you'll know what's about to happen, and if something doesn't happen how it should, then you'll be able to question it more than somebody who isn't in the relationship in that regard. But using your intuition really to spin the thread, but nevertheless to be creative at the same time, being creative and just doing something regardless of the darkness that's ahead, nevertheless using your intuition to see the way forward and just following your instinct really. The relationship has been protected just recently, and it's up to you to carry on protecting it, because it takes two to tango, doesn't it? Let's face it. And of course, doing your best, maybe Spider is just saying maybe you're not doing as much as you should be, and you should be following your instinct right now. You should be listening to your higher self, just a little bit more, and not letting everybody else do the dirty work or the hard work or whatever spin you want to spin, whatever you want to put on it there, spinning yarn. There's Spider. Here we go. So less of that. I won't laugh at my own jokes, because a bad comedian always does that, considering it's not a very funny joke anyway. For now, Frankie, I think these cards for you have spoken.